I gave myself a budget of $500 and bought 8 toys and gadgets from my childhood to see if they still hold up today. I'll be rating each of these items on a scale of 1 to 10 to see if they really still hold up in 2026. Let's get to it. I really wanted to go down memory lane and take a look at the cool toys I had in my childhood. What made them tick? So as I'm looking at my favorites, hopefully one will become your favorite too, but I have a feeling a few of these are already on your list. The first product I have, once again, is the Video Now. Now this thing was a portable DVD player, a mini portable DVD player released by Hasbro, I believe in like 2003, 2004. This is the Video Now color version, and it comes in red, but that's not why it's called color. It's called color because the video played in color. It didn't play regular DVDs. It played these small mini DVD disc. Oh my goodness, the quality of this is not the best. It looks like it's 360p. It's very pixelated, but it is in color and it is portable. But once again, you have to remind yourself, portable DVD players were a thing at this time. This device is nothing but novelty, and I'm seeing that now. Like, it was nostalgic at the time, but I have this in my hands and I'm like, this is a piece of crap. Hopefully the next ones aren't as bad, because I think we got some good ideas and some great toys coming up next. So I give the Video Now color a 3 out of 10. Next product. Next is the Gameboy Advance SP. Now, I think I got this item when I was like 6 years old at first. For many, this wasn't just a toy, it was the ultimate status symbol. In elementary school, it was the predecessor to the original Game Boy, the Game Boy Color, and the Game Boy Advance. When I held this in my hand for the first time, I was hit with a huge wave of nostalgia, because like the tactile feeling, like everything still feels good and great. Listen to the sounds when you turn it on. Come on, that's a classic right there. This version finally added that backlit screen, meaning you could finally play under the covers without needing one of those clunky worm lights. It was also the first Nintendo to ditch the AA batteries for rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. And like many phones in the 2000s, it folded. It's like magic. It's amazing. It folds and fits in your pocket. What more can you truly ask for? I remember playing this thing all the time. One of the first games I had was like a Rocket Power game, and then I had like a Need for Speed, which was the one I played the most. Racing games were my jam back then. I was always a pretty curious kid, which is the reason I no longer have my original Game Boy and had to buy this one. But basically, I wanted to see how far the hinges on the Game Boy would fold. And let's just say I got an answer really quick. Game Boy gets an easy 8 out of 10. On to the next item. I'm willing to bet $100 that none of you can guess what this next item is. But if you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? We got a lot more cool things coming in 2026, so go ahead and get subscribed so you can be notified when videos come out. And I appreciate it. Here's one little hint. Look at that. Look at him. This is great. Oh my goodness, I'm taking back. I haven't seen one of these in maybe 20 plus years. He's got some battle scars on him, but hey, that's what you get. If you wanted to feel like you were living in the year 3000, you had one of these, a Robosapian, and this was made by WowWee, and in my opinion, they were one of the coolest companies for a kid ever, like technology wise, at least. Like WowWee was on a roll back then. They didn't just make this guy, they had the Robosapian 2, the Roboraptor, the Roboquad, and eventually this massive like RS Media that could play movies, specialized in making toys, and felt actually futuristic. Now, first of all, this robot was heavy as hell. He has no batteries in him, but I'm gonna get some batteries in him right now. He has a button on him. I'm gonna press the button. Let's see what he does. Guys, could you imagine little kid me, however old I was, like 7 or 8, what year is that? It's like 2004, 2005, and you have one of these, bro, and they made a second version too. So we got a whole bunch of different functions on this remote. I don't remember it looking this complicated. Here we go. Oh, where you going, boy? Oh, I'm having more fun than I expected. And originally, I thought I was gonna give this thing like a 6.5 out of 10, but now that I'm actually using it and remembering like how much stuff he did, it was pretty cool. This thing is an easy 10 out of 10. And remind you, this is a 10 out of 10. This is the first version, and I wish I had the Robosapian V2 version. I do kind of want to make a video on childhood toys that I wanted to buy as a kid, and now that I have adult money, I kind of want to buy Robosapian V2. So maybe stay tuned for that video. But yeah, this is a 10 out of 10. Now this item I am really excited about. It is the second generation PSP, also known as the PSP 2000. And at the time, I actually had the first generation PSP and the second generation PSP. I know, spoiled kid. I think what stood out for me is it didn't just come in black, right? It came in this beautiful silver color. They had silver and white. I think those were the first colors released, maybe a red too, if I'm not mistaken. But when I opened the package for the first time and held this thing, mind you, I had the original PSP. It felt like a fake. I can't exaggerate enough how much this device didn't feel. It was 33% lighter and about 19% thinner than the original 1000 model. And it also doubled the memory from 32 megabytes, yes, megabytes, to 64 megabytes in this version. This was huge because it allowed the PSP to cache a bit of the data, making those notoriously long loading screens a bit more bearable. As I was playing with this thing and just like reliving the moments, I forget how long video games took to load. You go into a game and something as simple as like Midnight Club, which is the game I purchased for this PSP, it takes minutes, 2 to 3 minutes just to like load the next car. But I tell you, it is beautiful. Look at that. This PSP is great, and I'm definitely gonna continue playing it. This little device was like such a powerhouse and like one of the first media devices. It could play movies, games, TV shows, photos. It could go on the internet if you had Wi-Fi like some rich kid. The PSP is a great device, and I give this an easy 9 out of 10. Now this is definitely not the type of toy that they make anymore, at least not as detailed as they used to be, unless you want to consider one of those robotic Optimus Prime toys that came out a few years ago. But to understand why this was such a big deal, you have to look back at where Transformers started. Back in 1984, the original GI cartoon introduced a version of Optimus Prime that was basically a literal red box of wheels, and for decades Transformers were relatively simple blocks of plastic. But when the 2007 movie hit, everything changed. You guys remember the yellow Camaro when that dropped and everyone wanted a yellow Camaro? The designs became these incredibly complex machines. You can see as I'm taking it apart, like this looked like a truck, but then you can turn it into a fully fledged Autobot robot. Give me a second. I'm gonna call that close enough. As you can see, it is definitely a Transformer, but I actually had two versions of this toy. This version and an older version of Optimus Prime where he turned into like a plane and a truck, but I could not find that one for the life of me. It was the first one I actually got, and this one was the second one I received. It looks beautiful. You have to admit that like the intricacies of a toy like this took a lot of work to make and plan and design to make something as crazy as a Transformer from a truck to a robot in any capacity is really impressive. You already know him, you love him. I gotta give this an easy 9 out of 10. This is beautiful. We have the iPod Nano. I believe this is the 4th generation of iPod Nano. I was just flooded with like amazing memories of having one simple dedicated device that did one thing. They added a camera to the back of it, and I don't know if that was like a weird misstep from Apple. I don't think it needed a camera. It had music and it had radio. That's all you need. Plug in your headphones, you're good to go. But also This one had a built-in speaker, so if you didn't have headphones, you were still fine. I had to put some of my own music on here, and going into iTunes in 2025, 2026 is such a weird experience. Every song and album you put on this device was curated by you for you. There's no algorithms, there's no, like, it's all your playlist, it's your music, you're making the mixtape, you curate what's on your iPod. Every song on here is a bop because you put every song on here. You love every song, and that just makes this device so unique and so amazing. And plus, we can't forget this amazing click wheel. And then there's also cover flow. When you turn it sideways, like this thing is amazing. One of my last videos, I talked about bringing the iPod back, and I still stand by that point. Like, people need to do it. This iPod also came out at the same time the iPod Touch existed, but the iPod Touch was basically a lightweight version of the iPhone. It could do everything more than just music. If you want a device to play music on, the iPod Nano is your way to go. Next device. Now, I don't need to tell you guys what these are because you can't talk about childhood toys without mentioning Legos. It is the one toy on the list that never truly goes out of style, and it is still in style. If anything, it feels like they're just as popular as ever. The history of Lego goes all the way back to the 1950s, but the 2000s gave us some of the best licensed sets and themes that we've seen. And the coolest part about the Lego system is the fact that a brick in 1980 still snaps perfectly into a brick from 2024. These are my current Lego sets. Now, I didn't have sets when I was a kid with instructions. We all just played with these things individually, making our own houses, our own cars, our own boats, whatever. These sets have grown on me so much, and I feel a sense of connectedness to my childhood with these. And I just completed this one last night. Many toys have come and gone, but Lego has made a stay in this game, and you gotta respect that. So those are some of my toys from my childhood, and if you have some toys that were from your childhood, let me know about them down in the comments. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. We got a lot more videos coming this year in 2026, and a lot more exciting things coming. If you appreciated this video, give it a like and a thumbs up. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you so much.